Hey, what's going on? Christian from Brabo, and today we are talking about the IRS Form 941, right? And more importantly, we're talking about what it is. We're talking about who needs to fill this form out. We're talking about some common mistakes that go along with the 941, and then finally, we're talking about some important deadlines. And make sure you stick around for the end of the video because we're going to talk about the 941 and how that differs from the IRS Form 940. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Well, this form is also known as the employer's quarterly federal tax return, right? And think about it like this. Most individuals in the United States, they file taxes once a year, right? At the end of the year. Most businesses, need to file their taxes every quarter, right? Now, the main purpose of this 941 is to report income taxes, Social Security tax, and Medicare tax, right? Now, this is in regards to the amount that the employer is withholding from the employee's paycheck, right? For these three topics. Now, this 941 also reports the employer's portion for Social Security and Medicare tax, right? Right? Simple answer here is most businesses that have employees are going to be required to file that Form 941, right? Now, also, LLCs are going to need to file this as well. Even if you are a disregarded entity with 0 employees, you're still going to need to file, but those are going to be zeros that you're going to file at the end of each quarter, right? Now, also, seasonal businesses. Seasonal businesses do need to file this form, Form 941, but it's only going to be when they actually do have employees on the payroll getting paid, right? And then farm workers and or household employees are typically exempt from filing this Form 941. As we all know, farm workers in general are usually exempt from a lot of things, right? And then last, one quick note I wanted to hit on as well. If your business pays less than $1,000 in employment tax in a whole tax year, you're typically going to file Form 944 instead of filing Form 941, right? When is Form 941 due, right? This is a really, really easy one to answer. Simply put, it is due the last day of the month after that quarter ends, right? So of course, Q1, first quarter, we know goes from January to March. So the 941 would be due April 30th, right? And just straight down the list here for Q2, it would be due July 31st, because of course Q2 is April to June. Q3 is July to September, making the 941 due on October 31st. And then finally here, quarter 4 is of course October to December, making that 941 due on January 31st. That was a real simple one to answer, right? Right, so there are penalties for filing late and for just straight up not filing at all, right? So first of all, there's going to be a 5% penalty on the unpaid tax amount for each month that 941 is late, right? Now this can accumulate up to 25% of those unpaid taxes. So it's really important to get these 941s filed accurately and on time. All right, so last up here on the list is the 941 versus the Form 940, right? And sometimes these forms can get mixed up. So first of all, the 940 is it just relates to federal unemployment tax, right? Now, we know the 941 gets filed quarterly, right? The 940 is just going to be filed annually, right? And again, it's just reporting the unemployment taxes. Now, these two forms sound similar, they look similar, but they are definitely different forms. That's all she wrote. That is all about 941s and why it is really, really important for business owners to know this stuff, to stay compliant, to avoid any penalties or fees or stuff like that. If you do still have questions on the 941 though, I'd love to talk about it. Feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. So this video is for informational purposes only. That word is really tough to say. This does not constitute tax or legal advice. If you do need tax or legal advice, please reach out to a qualified tax professional or the IRS. But again, this video is for informational purposes only. But I hope you enjoyed it.